The wisdom that is found in the book of Proverbs is not worldly wisdom, but it is wisdom that comes from above. Solomon explains that wisdom is timeless. It existed before, during, and after the time of the creation. And Solomon in the book of Proverbs explains why this is so important. We read in chapter 8 and verse 22 that the Lord possessed me at the beginning of his way, before his works of old. Wisdom is here speaking, and it reminds us that the wisdom that we are considering is not the worldly wisdom of man. Therefore, the wisdom that we are to pursue is older than the world itself. It belongs to God, not to man. So we must look to God, to what he has revealed, in order to acquire this wisdom. In chapter 8 and verse 23, Solomon says, "From everlasting I was established, from the beginning, from the earliest times of the earth." There are three periods of time that are mentioned in this verse. First, there is the time before creation, from everlasting. Second, there is the time of the creation, from the beginning. And finally, there is the time in which man has inhabited the earth, from the earliest times of the earth, which has been since the sixth day at the end of the creation week, right before God completed his work and rested on the seventh day in Genesis 1, verse 26 through Genesis 2 and verse 2. This means that divine wisdom predates any human society or culture. And man often takes pride in how the culture in which he is a part has grown and progressed throughout generations, gaining collective wisdom along the way. Well, much of this wisdom, though, is worldly wisdom. Godly wisdom came before all of this, and so it is independent of human reasoning. Therefore, what may be considered common sense or some enlightened realization by a particular society, even our modern society, is not necessarily true or wise. True wisdom existed before creation, existed during the creation, and from the beginning of man. And we see in the following verses how Solomon expands upon these time periods. In chapter 8, verses 24 through 25, Solomon says, "Before the mountains, before the hills, while he had not yet made the earth, nor the first dust of the world." Before the beginning in which God created the heavens and the earth, God brought forth wisdom. This wisdom that appeals to us to listen to it. It is older than time itself. Therefore, we should not expect this wisdom to change with time. We read in chapter 8, verses 27 through 29, when he established the heavens, when he inscribed a circle on the face of the deep, when he made firm the skies, when the springs of the deep became fixed, when he set for the sea its boundary, when he marked out the foundations of the earth. Wisdom existed with God prior to creation, and then it was used by God in creating the heavens and the earth. These verses describe that work of creation. All that was created and continues to be sustained by his providence is a testament to the wisdom of God. Then we read in chapter 8, verses 30 and 31, "Then I was beside him as a master workman, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the world, his earth, and having my delight in the sons of men." Wisdom is closely connected to God's work in creation, being beside him and with him daily, and always before him. This suggests that for us to possess true wisdom, we must acknowledge God as the Creator. He is the one who is the Master Workman, and we must learn that wisdom's delight is with the sons of men. We also read from that point, "Now therefore, O sons, listen to me, for blessed are they who keep my ways. Heed instruction and be wise, and do not neglect it. Blessed is the man who listens to me, watching me daily at my gates, waiting at my doorposts. For he who finds me finds life and obtains favor from the Lord. But he who sins against me injures himself, and all those who hate me love death." Friends, there are certainly many benefits to following wisdom, but there are also negative consequences for rejecting it. To forsake the wisdom that comes from above, we bring harm to ourselves and we demonstrate, as this passage says, that we love death. Friends, we want to thank you for joining us for our program today. We pray that you will consider the things that we have discussed and that you will have a blessed day.